Hi, and welcome to our tutorial video on the custom plugin. The custom plugin allows for you to have additional functionality in your app that is not quite necessary to develop a full-on custom plugin, but you can also do more than just say the source code editor in a WYSIWYG. To start with, we have kind of our three tabs in a custom plugin. We have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In the HTML, we can write HTML markup. So I'm going to go ahead and put an H2 tag, and in between that, I will say hello. And we see it dynamically updates as most of our plugins do, and we can go ahead and also maybe add a paragraph. If you are familiar with developing web pages, you realize that we are not adding the HTML tags. We're not adding a body tag. We're not adding a head tag. These things are done by behind the scenes injections, so you don't need to actually do that to begin writing markup for the custom plugin. If we want to change some of the styling, we could either do that inline, or we can use the CSS tab. For example, I can say I can change the color for my H2 to red, and we see it updates. I could also say then change the color for my paragraph tag to let's say green, and we see that updates as well. We could use hex, we could use RGB. It's basically your generalized simplified CSS, which allows you to like I said, target certain tags, certain IDs, certain classes, and you style this plugin how you would like. It allows us to just deal with the basic custom functionality we are looking for. Additionally, we have a JavaScript tag. This allows us to put in script, which is and add that script to the plugin and have it run when our users open this custom plugin. This can be done a couple different ways depending on how exactly we want this to happen. In this case, I'm going to add a div, and I'm going to give this div an ID of new text, and I'm going to use JavaScript to insert some content into this new div. Now, I'm not going to actually write this code. I will go ahead and copy it, and so I don't have to. So you don't have to take the time to watch me type it out. So here we go. I've added a simple document get element by ID, and I targeted that div that we had put in new text with the ID of new text, and I am saying I want to add to the inner HTML this string here. Now maybe I want to do something different where I have some basic example where I want this to show after the user's been on this in this plugin for a couple of seconds. So with that, I could instead do something like this. Again, I have saved you the time of watching me type this all out. However, basically, I set up a set timeout function, and inside that function, I am calling the same target onto that div element and updating with the text. How this time I have a timeout set to 5 seconds. And if we update this, we will see it actually starts off with it away. And then after 5 seconds, it will appear. This is pretty basic functionality. And the custom plugin can be used for multiple different things, adding forms, adding different iframe elements, iframing a website, or even having, say, specific fonts that we want used. We can import Google fonts. And the other thing that the custom plugin will allow you to do is if you go to the settings tab, you see that we can actually import a JavaScript library using require.js, and we would be able to use jQuery now to write in our JavaScript plugin, or our JavaScript tab of the plugin. This is a quick overview, and you can definitely get more ideas as you play around with it of how exactly you can use the custom plugin. Thank you.